Hey, Travis kiddos! It's Wednesday and we have a new interactive read aloud. This story is called The Cat's Bell. It's based on a fable by Aesop. How can mice work together to keep a cat away? So, we've been learning about working together and how we can help each other by working together. This is a fable to continue to focus on that idea. The vocabulary words for this story are fair, risk, conflict, argument, and shift. So when we get to those words, we'll pause and talk about them, but see if you either know what the word means or if you can figure it out in the context of the story. So let's read The Cat's Bell. A hungry little mouse peeked out of her hole. Her tummy rumbled. She could see a table loaded with good things to eat. The people in her house had finished dinner. "Look at all the lovely leftovers," she squeaked. The other mice sniffed and sighed. They were hungry too. "So much yummy food," said the little mouse's friend, "and we can't have any. It's not fair." Fair. Something is fair when everyone is treated the same way. When you play a game, it's fair to take turns. But we all know life is not fair. We just have to take what we can get, right, and make it the most fair that we can. The hungry little mouse nodded. The food was there, but so was Max the cat. He was looking at the mouse hole and swishing his tail back and forth. Her tummy rumbled again. "I'm going to get supper," she said. "Don't go," squeaked her friend. "You could get hurt." "We have to do something about that cat then," the first little mouse said. "But what can we do?" asked her friend. The other mice were listening to them. "We need to find a dog to chase Max away," one said. "That's silly," said another. "Where are we going to find a dog? Besides, what if the dog chases us too? We can't risk that." Do you know what risk means? When you risk something, you take the chance that you might get hurt or lose something. So don't risk riding your bike without a helmet. Never, ever ride a bike without your helmet. So the mice are too scared to risk getting chased by a dog as well as the cat. "Let's just wait until he goes outside," said a timid mouse. "But he could sneak back in," said an older mouse. "That's the trouble. We never know when he's coming." Soon the mice were in the middle of a big conflict. One mouse after another shouted ideas about what to do. Each mouse tried to shout louder than the others. So, what do you think conflict means there? A conflict is a struggle or a fight. My friend wanted to play with dolls, but I wanted to play on the swings. We had a conflict. So they're having a conflict about what to do. The first little mouse couldn't stand the noise. She put her paws over her ears. Then the little mouse had an idea. "Noise! That's the solution!" she shouted, taking her paws from her ears. "Max sneaks up on us because he's so quiet. If we hear him coming, we can run away safely." The other mice nodded. "What we need to do," said the first mouse, "is put a bell on the cat." All the mice jumped up and down in excitement. They twirled their tails and clapped their paws. What a wonderful idea! Then a wise old mouse spoke up. "Yes," he said, "it is a good idea. But let me ask you this. Who will bell the cat?" The mice stopped clapping. They looked at each other. Who would take such a risk and put it on a bell on the cat? "Not me," said one, and another, and another. "You do it. No, you!" They pushed and shouted at each other. None of the mice wanted to get that close to the cat. Another argument was starting. Do you know what an argument is? An argument is an angry talk between two or more people. So brothers could have an argument about who would ride the bike first or get the last piece of pie. "Stop!" cried the little mouse. "There's no need to quarrel. That's another word for argue. We must all work together." The mice got quiet and shifted their feet. They shifted their feet. They moved them side to side. So when you shift, you move or change position. You might shift in bed when you need to move around. You might shift your feet back and forth if you're nervous, or if you don't know what to do, like these mice. "I know where there's a bell," said the timid mouse. "It's in the children's room." "When Max goes outside, I'll get the bell," offered a strong mouse. "I can find a ribbon," said the little mouse's friend. "We'll string the bell on the ribbon," said the three young mice. "And we'll put it where the people will find it with a note that says, 'For Max,'" said the two grown-up mice. Early the next morning, all the mice were watching when the people came into the kitchen for breakfast. "Oh, look at the pretty ribbon with a bell," said the woman, "and it's for Max." She quickly tied it on Max. He looked very silly as he ran to hide, the bell jingling with every step. All the little mice were thrilled. They couldn't wait for the people to finish breakfast so the mice could have theirs. The end. So they were able to work together to solve their problem, right? Their problem is they want to get the food, but that the cat always is there and chases after them when they try to get the food. So they worked together to get the bell onto the cat so they would know when he's coming. So if you want to go back over those vocabulary words and try to make sentences with them or remember what they mean, go ahead and discuss that with someone and work on it. So the words again are fair, risk, conflict, argument, and shift. Have fun with it and happy learning.